Welcome back to the Piney Woods Homestead, everybody. Sunday morning, 32 degrees. Yeah, again. A month ago we were in short sleeves in the morning. I guess that's North Carolina weather for you, at least here in the Piedmont. We're gonna feed up some animals, thought we'd bring you along. And first up, Mr. Rooster. Still locked in Rooster jail, but not for much longer. He is getting sick and tired of being in here by himself. He gets up on that hanging feeder. This is our meat bird tractor. He gets up on that hanging feeder and roosts at night. It's kind of like a swing. See him down here just swinging back and forth. Just a swinging. There's a country song about that. Just a swinging. Move on down to the hogs. All right, boy. Where's your pan? All right. Feed that boy. Good gracious, Rosie, you are slobbering. You are hungry. All right. So I don't spill your feed. Back up. Back up. Back up. Oh, there you go. Okay. All right. Let me in here. Oh. Come on. Oop. I probably just knocked the camera down, didn't I? All right, come on. Feel like one of them, what do you call them? The people with the red cape that fends off the bull. Matador.
But she's the best behaved.
You look good. See, I'll bring a sorting panel inside when I'm feeding these hogs, and I do that just because, you know, they're pretty good size. They're strong. They are nothing but pure muscle, and they'll knock you around, and I don't want to be knocked down. I've spent long enough now, months, recovering, getting well enough to get out here and get back to work somewhat. I don't want to be knocked down out here. Plus, I want to keep my pants clean as much as possible out here in the pig lot. But y'all, I want to talk about something real quick. You'll see on YouTube, different people's channels, they're all talking about food security, preparing for the worst, putting back as much food as you can, things of this nature. Y'all, it's America. Do what you want to do. We're just trying to survive here. That's why we grow our own food out, raise our own meat. That's why we do it. We're not trying to put up 5 years of canned chicken. We're trying to put up enough just to live the way that our forefathers did. And it's not really like our forefathers did. You know, we've got modern conveniences, tractors and chainsaws and all kinds of power tools. They didn't have anything like that, yet they survived. And we just trust the Lord that He provides what we need to get through. Our daily bread, that's all that we're supposed to ask for. I mean, we can ask for more, but He promises our daily bread, and He provides that, y'all. And He provides it here in the form of pork on the hoof, vegetables in the garden, poultry that we raise, and there's a lot of inputs, y'all. You're dependent on the feed store for the quality of feed that you want. You know, it's not like everybody has 100 acres or 200 acres to grow your own cereal grains and corn and a way to put it up and dry it and feed it to your animals. Not everybody can do that, so we rely on outside inputs, and that's just the way it's always really been. I don't know if anybody has ever truly been able to provide every little thing just for themselves. Maybe way back when sometime, and there's always been some type of community around to help you get everything done. But we're doing the best we can here, y'all, and we appreciate you watching while we're trying to do it. Guys, another reason that we raise our own food out here, grow our own food out, is because we like knowing what's going in it. And what's going into our pork is corn and then a hog feed. And that hog feed, it does have soybean meal in it. It's got wheat middlings, it's got corn. It's also got a supplement in there that provides all the minerals that they need. But we can guarantee ourselves that there's no type of growth promotants being injected into our animals to make them put on muscle faster. If you notice from the hog butchering video that I did a few days ago, that pig was very lean. We had about a ½ inch of fat cap on him. And that's what we want, you know. We're old timers, they would want a 500-600 pound hog with all the lard they could put up for a year. And they did that because they cooked with the lard, they made soap out of the lard. There was so many uses. They would keep leather goods oiled with the lard. We don't have those needs today. I'm wearing Rocky waterproof boots this morning, rubber boots. It's got me a new pair. And I don't need to rub hog lard on them. I do like hog lard, especially in biscuits though. Now y'all, it costs more sometimes to maintain livestock to grow your own food out. Rosie here, take her for instance. She cost us probably around $500 a year just to feed. Now, we bucket feed our pigs because it helps us to not overfeed them to where she'll develop too much back fat and will have trouble delivering piglets or even carrying them. Plus, it helps us to not go overboard financially with feeding these pigs. And, you know, we have raised them off of free feeders before, topped out hogs. And we did that a year and a half or so ago, and we ended up with a lot of lard. You know, I think off of the one hog that we had killed and butchered for ourselves, we got about 12 or 13 quart jars of lard. That's a lot of lard. If we were making soap, that'd be great. But we didn't need all that lard, to be honest, and it was just a lot of extra work. Now, it's like liquid gold. It really is. You can use it for a lot of things, but like I said, we just don't need all that. And off of the one we butchered the other day, we ended up with 1 quart jar of lard and some cracklings that got put into the freezer. They're gonna go in some cornbread, and y'all, that's mighty fine. Y'all, Rosie loves daikon radish, and we just happen to have a whole field of it down here where we're gonna be planting our garden at. So we'll grab her a couple of these daikon radish as a treat and let her go to munching.
She doesn't hear well.
Do what?
She doesn't hear well, so even though you call her, she doesn't hear you, and then she jumps. So.
Rosie, she'll jump every time Lisa throws these radishes in here twice a day because those big old ears of her just flop right down, and I don't think she hears that well. Sometimes you can walk down here and just holler for her to come up, and she'll be sunbathing and not paying you any attention. This girl loves to sunbathe too. But guys, without getting too philosophical, I'm not sure that word. Obviously, I'm not too philosophical. But without getting too deep on you, we just like living this way. You know, we grew up, both of us, me and Lisa both, on a farm setting. Either a farm or a farm setting. I lived in a bunch of different places growing up, but started out on a farm. And finishing out life, Lord willing, on a farm. And yeah, we were talking about it the other day. You know, we've only got about 18 acres here, just under that. But you know what? We're making it a farm. It's a homestead, yes, but we're growing out our own food. We are raising our own crops out here. We're preserving that for a year, and sometimes it lasts longer than that, depending on how good the season is, the harvest is. So we're farming on a small scale, just the same way they did it 200 years ago. Now, we were also saying, you know, 200 years ago, it might take 100 acres of tillable soil to produce what you can on 40 acres now. That's just because we've come a long ways as far as fertilizers and herbicides and pesticides, all those type of things. Now we limit the inputs that we put in on our land out here. We do use some synthesized fertilizers, triple 13. We use it sparingly. We don't use any pesticides other than organic. We really like pyrethrin. We use that quite a bit. Anyways, we just like living this way. It's good, clean living, y'all. And we don't worry about what's coming tomorrow. We don't worry about what's happening in the government. We don't worry about that stuff. And we're not supposed to worry. We're not supposed to worry about tomorrow because we don't know what's coming tomorrow. We'll be thankful for today. Now that doesn't mean that you don't prepare. Doesn't mean that you don't keep your ear to the ground and see what's coming so you know how to react. It just means we ain't gonna live in fear, y'all. And so we're here to tell you, don't live in fear. Raise some animals, grow some gardens, have a little bit of sense of security in what you're doing for your family. Some people spend their money on bass boats, four-wheelers, golf sets, things like that. And that's fine. It's America. Spend it on what you want to. You earned it. We spend it on chicken feed, hog feed, seeds for the garden, fertilizer, a tractor. Yeah, we've got a gator. We use that thing every single day. Hauling water for the animals, checking the mail. It's a long ways up that hill, y'all. But this is how we spend our hard-earned money, is putting it back into something that we can consume, that will feed us and nourish us. And we get so much enjoyment out of raising these animals. It's amazing the attachment that you get to an animal that you have raised. Makes it really hard when it comes time to harvest that animal. But you get through it because you know that it's for the benefit of your family. We enjoy gardening. We do the raised beds. We've got 10 raised beds right now, big ones. We've also do an in-ground garden where we pulled the radishes for Rosie, and we share a garden spot with a neighbor. We provide labor and seed, and they provide labor and fertilizer, and we share another garden spot up there with our neighbor. That's a good thing to do if you have that opportunity. But we put our dollars into stuff like this right here. Stuff that's going to provide, Lord willing, a bounty.
Hi, girl.
That last little clip right there was a week's worth of eggs off of our hens. And y'all, that's not a bad problem to have. So y'all, I guess the moral to today's story is grow you some food, raise you some animals, put some of those hard-earned dollars into providing some of your own needs. Even if it's something you don't think you want to do, there may come a time where you need to do it or have to do it. So go ahead and practice those skills now, learning those skills so you can take care of your family, if you need to, in this type of way. So guys, thanks for spending just a little bit of time with us today at the Piney Woods Homestead. As we took you around and showed you the animals, explained to you why we're living the way that we do. Y'all, it's just a family tradition. We both grew up living this way, and we want to keep on living this way. We're thankful for the freedom to be able to do that, and for the Lord providing the blessings so that we can. Guys, if you're not growing some food, raising some of your own food, get out there and try it. Learn those skills now. You may have a need for them, and you may have it real soon. But don't live in fear. We don't have to worry about that. Just be prepared. You never know what might be around the corner. I'm living proof of that. Y'all have a great day, a great week. We'll see you on the next video.